So for the past 3 weeks, I've been working 68 hours each week. Now, as a nurse, I just went from the dialysis setting to the hospital setting, but I'm still in dialysis per diem. Anyway, so Mike, tell me again why you are working 2 jobs. Why are you working so many hours? Truth be told, I need the money. Now, don't get me wrong, I'm not doing my career just for the money, but as a nurse with the diversity of, how many different fields you can go into, I may have started out as a dialysis nurse, but that's not the only place where I can be effective in my career, but also as a nurse. So one of the reasons why you may want a second job or to work so many hours is, well, you need the money. You need the money for something. And that may be for things like your debts, whether they be for credit cards, loans, etc. For me, I personally have credit card stuff that I still have to pay back. So when I got my paycheck after all those hours of working, I just dropped $1,500 right there. Boom! I still have a balance. Just a few more, but it's still good because I'm also saving for my wedding, which is another thing that you want to consider is if you're saving up for a big purchase in the future, consider having a second job. And just because you are planning to get engaged or you're going to get married soon, that doesn't mean that you have to wait until the actual day of your engagement or after your engagement to start saving because, emergencies tend to come up. That's why they call it an emergency. I just recently bought a car last year because my car before failed. And when I was talking to the dealer, he was like, well, a car is the second most, expensive purchase that you'll ever make in your lifetime. And I thought to myself, really? Is that true? And my car, which I bought used, fully loaded car, was like $15K. Now, if the second most expensive purchase that I'll ever make in my lifetime is a car, I'm guessing that the first one would be, a house. I'm not planning to buy a house anytime soon. Be nice to save up for it, but I believe there's something more immediate than a house. I am currently engaged, so a wedding is the next thing. So really, to me, the wedding is almost as much as my car. So to cope up with, saving for that wedding, that second job would help paying also for the car and for the wedding. So really, that's like the goal, that's the mentality of having a second job. Now, of course, that's the positive of having money, but the negative side is also the effects of working extra time. I worked 5 days a week for the past 3 days, and I had no time to myself. I try not to buy so much. I try not to buy at lunch, so I would pack my meals, or at least I would prepare my meals one day, put them into containers, then just get it ready for the night before of the day of work. As much as my fiance wants to talk about the wedding, it's kind of like I don't really have time to plan with you or talk to you about it because on the days that I actually am off, I'm either at church, or if I'm not at church, I just want to be listen, I just want to rest. I can't really think. I'm trying to prepare myself for the next day of work as far as, what things I need to know. I need to do my homework. What are these disease processes and what are these medications? Because I'm going to a different field of nursing, so it's different needs and different things that I should be aware of. I mean, momentarily, I'm living with my parents, so that's pretty cool. So I can at least, save some money for myself. My parents aren't really charging me rent, although I contribute, but I'm not really paying rent. Anyway, another negative side of having a second job is maybe it's stressful. Maybe you find it stressful to go to work every day. And if you're not feeling any value in the work that you're doing, well, then it'll be even harder for you to find a second job. But if this goal that you're working towards is much more valuable to you than this temporary stress, well then, things will work out in the end. Well, things should work better for you anyway. Don't work a second job if this kind of line of work is just gonna kill you. Get your rest. It's more important for you to get your rest. When I come home from work every night, I try to sleep as early as I can. I try not to eat dinner so that my body can rest, my digestion system can rest, and I could just be ready for the next morning. Have time for my devotional time, my Bible study time right before I go to work, and have my breakfast there. I have my oatmeal in the fridge. So yeah, that's my 2 cents about working a second job. I do feel the benefits, at least I do like the benefits of having more money, save up for something, save for emergencies. It's nice to have a second job. Tax refund season is awesome. You get to have thousands of money back, if you can get that much money back. But the thing is, why wait for tax season when you could just work a second job? I already got my tax refund, but I also just got my first paycheck from working 2 jobs. Anyway, second job, things to think about. Before I used to not want to go and work 2 jobs and I didn't want to work at the hospital and I just want to focus on this one job. But then now that I'm in this financial need and I'm also at this part of my life where I want to venture out and explore different routes, different fields of nursing, I was thinking, let's try new things. Let's try new things. So yeah, I'm Quiet Mike, and these are just my quick thoughts about having a second job, because I have a second job now. All right, let me know what you think. Do you work a second job? Do you think it's worth having a second job? Is there something in particular that you are working towards? And as far as, you know, earning extra money, what's going on? Let me know in the comments. Until next time, see ya.